Hello, your daily dose of Ukrainian accent is brought to you by one and only Pavlo. As usual, we'll be talking about some interesting audio gear, and today it's really interesting. It's Hidizs MS2 Pro. You know, I have a strong deja vu because, it seems that I was sitting here and recording the introduction for the MS2 Mermaid review like few days ago. But actually, pretty long time passed since then, and Hidizs are back with a totally reworked version of these earphones. It's still a hybrid model with dynamic driver and balanced armature, but they changed pretty much everything else. You'll get a new design, you'll get new materials, and pretty new sound tuning. Price is pretty affordable. Their MSRP is $100, but on the launch they will sell them for $79, and even they will have on their website flash promo sale for $69. Of course, all links will be in the description. Maybe you'll manage to grab a flash deal, but even for the MSRP, it's a pretty worthy model. Kind of spoiler. So, with all that in mind, let's have a closer look. Package is done in traditional Hidizs style with nice polygraphy made of black cardboard, earpiece on the front side. On the left side you can check out different color options, and on the rear side lot of technical specifications and features highlighted. So, inside we have earphones themselves. We'll have a closer look in a moment. And underneath, all different accessories. So, warranty card, manual, then two set of tips. You see that they used some kind of plastic sticks to organize them. And Heidi said that it's a balanced version and this one is basic. Or I can be wrong, so it could be vice versa, but details are on their website. Nice leather storage pouch. I really like it. It's pretty convenient. You just press it, it opens, you put earphones inside, and you let it go and it closes. Then stock cable, and as usual, as it became more and more traditional nowadays, set of sound tuning filters. And deal is traditional here. Bassy ones, trebly ones, and balanced ones. And stock cable, you can opt for a single-ended or a balanced version. As you can see, pretty good accessory set and nice presentation. In terms of design, MS2 Pro are pretty interesting. They definitely have their unique look that makes them different both from previous Hidizs models and the rest of the market. I'm not sure about others, but to me it reminds a bit that car aesthetics of probably in the Soviet Union it was 70s, but for the rest of the world it was 60s, with leather and chrome-plated metal and interesting lines. So they made earphones of zinc alloy, and you can feel it because they are a bit heavier than traditional aluminum ones. Also, they opted for this mirror-like polish, and you can see my hands, you can see camera, and not sure can you see me, but yeah, a bit distorted, but anyway. Looks really nice, but of course it gathers fingerprints. It's the price to pay for this beautiful shiny surface. And what is interesting here, faceplates are made of rhino hide leather, and that's a bit unusual material for the earphones. Not absolutely unique, but it was used really rarely. Interesting design of the vent hole on the front panel, also some automobile reminiscence to me. Really nice build quality overall, and you're getting this nice feel of heaviness that give hopes for high reliability. As for the fit, actually to my ears they fitting really nicely, but when I saw photos I was a bit afraid of this sharp corner here. So to my ears it was okay because it just anatomically fit into my ears. But I probably can't say that it will fit everyone or like vast majority of people. We need to wait for more feedback based on that. Hidizs actually said that they used a lot of anatomical data to develop this shape, so probably it was just my ultra cautiousness. So you can see that they have nice extended spouts, about average in length, and sound isolation is also about average. Vent hole here, and this part is unscrewable, so you can change the filters. Filters are distinguishable by this rubber rings color. So they offer different types of tuning, and it's interesting to look into the spout. You can see that most likely in the center it's spout of the balanced armature driver, and on the sides it's holes for the dynamic driver. But it's my guess, so I'm not sure what's going on inside of these earpieces. I remember that they used some sophisticated 10mm driver with diamond-like coating on the diaphragm and balanced armature that they reference as developed by Hidizs themselves. Stock cable is nice, pretty traditional, but looks really okay. Here used 2-pin connector, and you can see that connector is pretty unusual, and it's matching the design of these earpieces. Also, this irregular angular shapes, which looks kind of nice. Attention to details. And here are ear hooks and nice soft cable with silicone insulation. It's stated that they use silver-plated OFC cable. It looks traditional. We see this cable more and more nowadays. It's soft, it's reliable, with low microphonic effect. There is a splitter with chin slider, and it goes down to the 4.4mm jack. I have selected the balanced version here. So overall, I'd probably say that design is kind of nice. Sound-wise, Hidizs promotes them as having 6 types of tuning, 2 types of bass with different tips, and 3 filters labeled as bassy, trebly, and balanced. But actually filters made their effect on the upper mids and lower treble region. But of course, when we reduce treble, we're getting more bass, so this filter can be considered as bassy one and opposite. So these filters could be called bassy, less bassy, and balanced. It's always a matter of what we're getting as a reference point. So in terms of tips, I really prefer these black ones because they providing more organic sound signature to me. In terms of filters, their impact is not big, but noticeable. And after a lot of experiments, I ended with red ones that referenced as a balanced. Kind of typical situation because I almost always prefer the balanced one. But with some genres also I like that trebly or airy brightish one. So as for sound signature of these earphones, Hidizs decided to go into fun, detailed sound. It's that type of detalization that is not making sound monitoring or making them really focused on the micro contrast. It's more highlighting small nuances but not pushing them forward. So sound is pretty exciting, and I can't call it natural or sterile or something like that. So bass goes deep, it has almost maximum depth, it's pretty well controlled, And luckily it's not overly saturated, especially with deeper bass. Deeper layers of bass are here, they're providing nice foundation, but at the same time they're not dominating over mid bass, and that's the way I prefer it to be. Really good amount of small nuances, surprisingly good for this price range, meaning that sometimes they even highlighting that sense of naturalness of the instrument. It's not the kind of bass that is relaxed or laid back. It's the bass that will boost textures and like put your attention onto that part. It sounds really great with natural instruments, especially if you like some audiophilic records and if you like them with a lot of nuances. But at the same time, also a pretty decent foundation and impact for the electronic music. But probably I won't call this model bass head, at least at my scale. So let's see the first example. Mindfields by the Prodigy, really deep punches when this part of the track starts, but at the same time they are not overwhelmingly powerful, but you still feel this deep sensation and this necessary rattle. And Friend and Fellow, Train of Tears, nice acoustic track with lot of nuances and details, and perfectly recorded bass. So instruments that goes to the low registers are slightly highlighted and moved forward, but at the same time it sounds really engaging. Bass transitions absolutely smoothly into mids. Actually, coherence is a strong part of these IEMs. Really good stitching of drivers, and bass is well controlled and doesn't bleed on the mids. Mids are nice, detailed, but at the same time this detalization doesn't make them sound dry or hyper-analytical. When it's necessary, they provide good macro dynamics and nice amount of emotions. There is a boost on the upper mids to make everything more fun, but it's not big and it doesn't make everything sound shouty or unnaturally thin. And this tuning is really good for those who like emotional and fun representation. Also, they building pretty wide imaginary stage with a lot of air between the instruments and really far positioned left and right edges. Depth is smaller, but layering is done pretty nice. They are not super critical for the quality of records, but still it's definitely better to try to find something with better mastering to make them shine. So, first example, it's Tuomas Holopainen, A Lifetime of Adventure, great symphonic poem. And this track sounds really good with their big stage and great expansion, and with all that instruments, chorus and stuff like that sounding really detailed and at the same time pretty realistic. And Doors, Light My Fire, actually a bit funky sounding because of that stereo that was typical for that time records. It sounds a bit too far separated between the instruments, but it was record technologies of that time. But at the same time, really well sounding vocal with nuances, and the keyboard also sounds really pleasant. In terms of treble, actually Hidizs decided to make them not fatiguing, pretty comfortable, not sharp or super sibilant, and at the same time they also decided to focus on the lower and middle part of treble, and they subdued higher treble. So extension is slightly above average, but not super extended treble, and the layering is almost not here. But at the same time, basic overtones are really good with nice balance of attacks and decays. It's not super airy and thin like it happens with balanced armatures time to time. but at the same time pretty clean and crisp, but at the same time it's not sharp. Especially if you're sensitive for the high frequencies, probably they will be comfortable to you. So, first example, it's Layla Unplugged by Eric Clapton, and really engaging sounding track thanks to that stage building and charming mid frequencies. And at the same time, lacking a bit of treble extension, but still all the accompanying instrument overtones sounds pretty realistic. And the Talk by Leïla Martial, really nice recorded female vocal, a bit lacking layering and more expensive treble, but still sounding good and pretty saturated. But of course, for such type of tracks, you'll need something much more expensive. So overall, pleasant and pretty balanced signature with a lot of details, but at the same time, they managed to not overwhelm listener with that details and doesn't overfocus on the micro contrast. In terms of pairings, I'd really recommend you using them with some portable deck to show their full potential. Hidizs offers a bunch of really good solutions here, but of course you can look at other brands too. They are not super sensitive, so they are not critical for background noise, but at the same time they definitely don't require tons of power to be driven properly, so you can use them with your smartphone or laptop or something like that, but still with good deck they will get better stage and more technicality. Speaking about the conversions, first one is probably Hidizs' own MS2 Mermaid previous version. Mermaid was less detailed on the mids and bass. Here you get more small nuances. They are more saturated, and also regular MS2 was slightly more forward and aggressive in the treble area. Here you'll get less aggressive and less energetic treble, but at the same time more nuances and details in the mids and low frequencies. Probably, it's not like evolution, but still a step forward. And I don't know what we also have. Fuse FH3, for example, like good hybrid model, but with more weight on the mids and bass, and a bit more forward treble too. And here you're getting more details and less weight. So, unusual model, not like, absolutely unique and like never before, like some models that I reviewed previously, but unusual type of accents in the sound signature. So I really recommend you pay your attention to this model. They are kind of fun in terms of sound and well built. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.